Hello and welcome to Midterm Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Tyler the Creator album, Igor. So if you didn't know Tyler the Creator, he's been known for many other projects such as Cherry Bomb and Flower Boy, which I both really like, and yeah, I just wanted to know what direction he was going into with this album. And yeah, just came out, this is really fresh, it literally came out today as I'm filming it, but it'll probably be a bit later when I actually upload it. But yeah, let's jump straight into this album. So Igor opens up with Igor's theme, which is a very nostalgic sort of 80s, 90s sort of sound and opener. Very old school, very sort of instrumental, which is a very common theme throughout this album. Earthquake is a nice R&B track, but I think with a lot of the other tracks in this album as well, is it gets drowned out quite a bit by the actual instruments and that, so the vocals are quite hard to hear. They're not you can tell that they're there, but they're very sort of hidden away, it seems, compared to some of the other Tyler the Creator albums such as Cherry Bomb. And it's a bit disappointing because it does sort of not stand out, and you don't really take much notice to it. You take much more notice to the instruments. Luckily they've used some really good samples and that here and there, especially with a bit of vaporwave sort of stuff hidden here and there with the album. So the first half of the album is very R&B based compared to a lot of Tyler the Creator stuff, and just very slow paced, very sort of love songy as well. And yeah, there's some good tracks on there, but they do get a bit samey around the first half of the album, which is a bit disappointing to me, to be honest. A Boy Is a Gun opens up the second half of the album, which is a lot more rap based. It's still quite laid back compared to some of the other Tyler the Creator stuff, and yeah, it takes a different path, which is pretty good. I think it's good that they've changed it up for the second half of the album to more rap based stuff compared to R&B, and it's sort of going into the breakup of this sort of love song relationship which he's singing about, and it seems like it's going downhill as from the first track, which is really good, really high up, and then sort of with the rapping and that going into a bit more personal details about it and that, which I kind of enjoy. I think it's good that he's set up a proper structure of this album, which a lot of rappers, no offense, these days do lack, and it's just a bunch of singles thrown together. But this album is definitely solid on its own just as an album. The end goes more into an R&B base as well, such as I Don't Love You Anymore, Are We Still Friends, which of course you can tell from the title carries on with this theme of the album, of the really good relationship and then the breakup of it. And yeah, it's still really good. It's quite nice laid back sort of stuff. I don't know if it's as good as the first half stuff in terms of R&B, but yeah, it's still quite a solid sort of last two songs. Even the second half of the album, a lot of it is unfortunately drowned out by instrumentals as well, with his rapping and that, which is a bit of a shame because I thought he would have taken it a bit more. I know he wanted to make a more relaxed vibe with this album, but I think it's better that it gets taken back and also be able to hear a lot of the vocals and that. You can still hear them, of course, I know I've already said this before, but the same problem does happen throughout the second half of the album. So overall, this is a good album with some really nice samples, some really nice rapping in there, some really good R&B tracks here and there, and yeah, it's a really nice album. It isn't his best album out there. I do prefer Cherry Bomb and Flower Boy, but it's still quite a good album. It's quite good that he's taken a different route down. So overall, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in 2 days' time.